The gay thing. The gay thing. It's everywhere you turn now, is it not? And remember what culture is. Culture is simply what your society incentivizes and what your society disincentivizes. I remember I saw a study done a couple years ago. I forget exactly when. It was wild. It showed that there was something like 1% of the US population was gay. And they polled people, and people thought 25% of the US population is gay. And it's obvious why. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's every television show has to have a gay couple. Every movie has to have a gay couple. Every corporate sponsorship has to have Gay Pride Month with rainbow cereal boxes. It's everything is dumping this on people now. And look, we have an American Christian University poll out there. 30% of millennials, 30%, people aged 18 to 37, by the way, identified as LGBTQ. 39% of the ages 18 to 24 fall in that category. 48% of millennials prefer socialism over capitalism. And I want to be very, very clear about something. This is not just kids being kids. I love socialism. We're all gay. This is our culture now. Why are all these young people coming out and acting this way? Because every single part of our culture tells them they should. It's everywhere. Right now, all the incentives are going that way. Other nations in the history of the world have not struggled with this in their young people. We struggle with this in our young people because everywhere we turn, it's there. And no, I don't care what you say about it. It doesn't matter to me. And frankly, I don't care what your beliefs are. I do know this. Historically, this is a fact. It's good for a society to have young men marrying young women and making a lot of babies. That's good for a society. I don't know what direction we're going now, but it ain't the right one, I'll tell you that much. The whole daggone culture is completely rotted. Look at the Sesame Street. I remember I used to watch Sesame Street when I was a kid. Now, your kid watches Sesame Street today, he's getting lectured by Big Bird about getting the vaccine. They control every single part of this culture. Every single part of it. It never, ever ends. It never ends. So when we finally get one person who's part of this culture to stand up and say something against this culture, I'm going to applaud them. Now, you know I don't watch NFL football anymore. I was a lifelong NFL freak. I would sit down for 7-8 hours a day. I know that's probably unhealthy on Sunday and watch every single game. All of it. And then all this Black Lives Matter filth, kneeling for the flag came out, and I walked away, and I haven't missed it, to be frank. But I do know this. Aaron Rodgers is a big star, and he is apparently in possession of more common sense than most of the doctors you see on television.
I realize I'm in the crosshairs of the woke mob right now, so before my final nail gets put in my cancel culture casket, I think I'd like to set the record straight on so many of the blatant lies that are out there about myself right now. I'm not, some sort of anti-vax flat earther. I am somebody who's a critical thinker. You guys know me. I march to the beat of my own drum. I believe strongly in bodily autonomy and the ability to make choices for your body, not to have to acquiesce to some woke culture or crazed, group of individuals who say you have to do something.
Wow. That almost sounded like, man, if you listen closely, that almost sounded like a free American. And you know what? The reason I applaud him is this. I know many of you have made that same choice, and I applaud you for that as well. I applaud Aaron Rodgers for it because he's in a field, anytime you're in the celebrity field, where there is so much pressure to just conform and say the things everyone else is saying, and your advertisers are breathing down your neck, and just say what's popular, Aaron. Why won't you just say what everyone else is saying? That he is strong enough to step up to that culture and say, no, I admire it and I respect it. Salute to Aaron Rodgers. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.